Hello. I wanted to pop in and talk today a little bit about mindset. Mindset, and hopefully provide a tip for you that I've been using with some success. So I don't know about you, but one of my strengths is negative self talk. I am a pro at criticizing myself, judging myself harshly for mistakes or failures, and really just being able to see myself in a negative light. So it's one of the things I have actually been working on over the years because I don't like it. It's not fun. It's not a good strength to have. And of course, it's definitely not helpful either. And I would be the first one to tell others that it's a false narrative and that they should try to prioritize resetting and reframing and being nice to themselves. So I come today with that fact. I have a negative narrative that often, tries to play and replay in my own mind. And so if you are the same way, or if you have certain times or tendencies for the same issue, I hope that this tip helps you as it's been helping me. And nothing is perfect. Just like yoga, just like breath work, just like meditation, I think mindset work is a practice. And there are some days that go better than others. But we just keep practicing. We just keep working. And each day that this tip and this strategy works, great. And each day that our mindset is maybe a little bit better and a little bit healthier, great. And so I've heard this practice, this tip, I didn't make this up on my own. I've heard it called several different things. I prefer, and I'm going to call it because I like the alliteration, the catch and cancel tip. So, the first step, as frankly in many things, is to catch yourself before you've gone through the entire negative self talk tape and start your second loop. Can you work to catch the negative talk? And this, like I said before, will take practice. When you start to first hear that negative self talk tape start to play, or you hear yourself say something harshly about yourself, working to catch that you're doing that. Identify. This is a negative thought. This is a really harsh judgment. Acknowledge it for what it is. It is a thought, it's not a fact. It's a perception, it's not inherently accurate or true. Acknowledge it for what it is. It is a thought, it is not a fact. It is a perception, it is not inherently accurate or true. Removing yourself from the thought, finding that boundary, that separation. Now you can start to see it more objectively and can reflect and analyze it for what it really is. It isn't simply something accepted as fact and truth. And you can now assess why that came up. Does it serve you? Is it helpful? And this allows that room for honest reflection. Maybe there was a mistake that was made, but now you can assess it accurately and decide what needs to be done to best remedy the situation and not just berate yourself about it. The negative criticism is usually not helpful in moving forward. It is usually only serving to hurt you and to negatively judge yourself and your worth. And many times we are just unfounded in the entire thought. We are human. We are okay. We are doing our very best. And this is where the next step comes in, the canceling. We cancel out that negative thought with the truth. Even if that truth acknowledges the misstep or the mistake or a failure, we're not ignoring and canceling out all negative for all positive. But we are canceling just pure negativity with a more accurate frame. I misspoke in that conversation and I need to go back and touch base. I made a mistake, but it's okay. I can fix it. I can do this. Or I made a mistake, but it's not that important in the grand scheme of things. Everyone makes mistakes. I wish I hadn't, but I'm okay. We can cancel out that negative thought with something more truthful, more accurate, more helpful, more reasonable, and more what someone else would tell us and what we would tell other people. And so this could work in other ways too, not just that negative self talk narrative, but think about any group of people or a time or location that you tend to find yourself in. Any type of certain circumstances where somehow negativity always arises, where you can start to notice and feel when that is happening. You can catch that negativity, the discussion that starts to happen, the behaviors that start to take place, catching that these are not what I want, this is not helpful for me. You can catch these moments, these conversations, these behaviors, and you can work to cancel, opt out of the discussion, remove yourself, change course, leave, etc. And if what you need to catch is often around certain people or certain scenarios, maybe the cancel becomes a change of behavior. Maybe you can change your routines a bit to have less exposure to that negativity or whatever it is that you're not wanting, that's not helpful. So identifying is the first step. And sometimes, again, because we're human, we won't be as fast on the draw as other times. Sometimes I have a negative thought and I catch it immediately and I tell myself that's not true. And other times, I honestly catch it like after the tape has probably played all the way through. That moment of oops, right? That wasn't helpful. That wasn't true. But no matter when you catch it, acknowledge it for what it is and why you are going to release it or cancel it out completely. Replace what you caught with something more helpful, more accurate, more positive, more true, more you. Ask yourself what you would say to someone else in that moment based on whatever it was that happened. What advice would you tell them? What kind of forgiveness or grace would you show them? And try to show it to yourself as well. We are all human, so show yourself some grace. Easier said than done, I know, but it's a practice. We're working, right? And I'm right there with you, like I led with. I need to hear and be reminded of this a ton. So we're all working, we're all practicing, we're all in it together. And I hope that you are doing well. I hope that this tip isn't even something that you need. But if it is, I hope that it was helpful today and any day that you need to hear it. I'll see you later.